Hi Yvonne, Agus. Instead of giving you the manual, which I don't have, I decided to give you a video. Eileen is the camera woman. We may come to blows over this, but hopefully not. So I thought I'd describe to you the coffee machine and how I use it, which I think is what you're supposed to do. So this is what you're getting. It's basically got a water jug at the back, a water container which opens up like that, and then you can pour in water using this jug. I just use aqua water, hot water if you're just about to start, because this is heated through the machine. So once you've filled up that container with however much you need for the drink, the next most important thing is the power button, which is here. Switches on and it makes that noise, which I think is the heat or the pump getting going, and essentially that light there means it's heating, and when that light goes off, the machine is ready for use. So that's the first most important little technical thing. This button here switches from either water that is pressured through the Expresso device to make the coffee, or steam, which comes out of this thing here. And I'll explain how to use that a bit later if I can remember. I never use it because we never have cappuccino with this, we just have black coffee. So power's on, it's heating up, it's on water, so the water will push out from this point here. This is the coffee, I don't know what you call it, frankly. It's where you put the coffee. So I'm going to give you all of this kit. This is ground coffee, and we grind this to the finest level on that grinder that I've given to Agus this morning. So you can pop in enough on this. This particular sieve will take 2 cups. You can see you can take it out. There's another one which will just do 1 cup. So you can make the choice. I'm going to do 2 cups. So you put it into the device here, and this is what is called the Expresso bit. And then you've got to firm it down like this. And I could put a little bit more in there, but it's okay. And you want it to be firm as possible without going mad. Then you insert this into the machine like this. Push it to the right, and that's firmly in place. And ooh, look at that. The heating is complete. Now you can put 2 cups underneath and align them. I don't know if Eileen can get a bit lower. There's a couple of nozzles on the bottom there. 1 nozzle for each cup. 1 nozzle for each cup, 1 there and 1 there. And now it's ready to go. So how do you get all of that water through? And the device basically operates like this. I give it 25 seconds, right? So that's on 35, so I count to 1 whole minute, and you'll see that it's expressing the coffee down there, and it makes that nice little noise. And in 10 seconds, the coffee should be just about ready. So this is making espresso. That's 25 seconds, so I'll turn it off. Let's let it drip for a bit, because there's a few drips left over. And then I can take it out. The drips can just go into this drip tray. So Arnie, do you want to have a look at the coffee? So that's what comes out. You get that nice sort of foamy espresso. So you could drink that like that, or what I do is just add water from the machine, and that makes Americano. And then I'll just go back to the machine in a second, and I'll show you how to make cappuccino, if I can remember. Basically, the cappuccino is the milk bit that you add on top. And we don't have any milk, according to Eileen. So I'm just going to work you through this. Just before I finish, though, you have to clean it, and the best thing is to clean it straight away, because otherwise it gets a bit caked in. You'll see the used coffee grains here. Switch off the machine. I won't switch it off, actually. I'll show you how the cappuccino works. And it's dripping a bit, and then I just take it over to the sink.
Oh,
here.
dirty washing.
And mind. And clean it out like this. So it's dead simple and quick. Coffee grounds can go straight down the sink. They actually absorb the grease and oil that settles in the pipes, and so it's quite a good way of keeping your sink clean. And then that's ready for use again. And I just leave it to drain like that and pick it out when I need it. So now I'll show you. So basically, put some milk in there, okay? And I mean, ideally warm milk, because basically all you're doing with cappuccino is heating it up so it gets to a specific temperature. And I think it's 70 degrees, right? And this is important because at 70 degrees it froths nicely and makes that creamy texture that you want. So if we had any milk, I would put it in there and essentially then push it under there, and this pipe here is where hot steam comes out when I switch the switch over to that. And what I do is I turn it to the left, and you'll hear it just heating up again and buzzing, and then it will start to go. You can see it just dripping out there, a bit of water coming through. Here we go. And so the water comes through and it starts to heat up through the steam. It's now steam. You can see the thermometer going up quite quickly. That's obviously very quick at the moment, but if that was milk in there, that would take a few minutes to heat up, and you get this sort of creamy, frothy, milky thing. And when it's got up to about 70 degrees, you can turn it off like this and just let it lose the rest of its pressure, and then theoretically you would be pouring this as hot milk on top of your coffee. So I'll just pour that into there for now. There's no difference. And then yeah, you could stir it with this if you want. So I'm going to give you all of this gubbins and of course the machine, and then you can switch off the machine. And then to clean it, it's just this device here, and that, as you can see, the drip tray is it's got drips in it plus a few coffee grounds. You can just wash it off here. You see that falls apart. I don't do this at all. Actually, the Pembantus do it somehow. Just magically occurs, and then just clean that down, and it's ready. Now, the other thing I wanted to explain is that sometimes, if you think the machine's not performing properly, it might be getting calcified inside, in which case there is a product which I bought a little while ago, descaling tablets, and you can have these. I'd forgotten about these, which is great. So this basically, follow the instructions. I won't pretend to know, but essentially you put it in hot water in the tank here, run it through, and it sits there. You can sit, I think you can sit it for a couple of hours, and it descales the machine, and then you run it through with fresh water. And obviously you want to get several loads of fresh water going through the machine to clean it out, and then it'll work a bit better. I think that's it.